Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with a circle. Okay, so I'm going to take my compass and I'm going to put a point P in the center, and that's where I'm going to put my point. And then I'm going to open it up here. And remember, if you've been paying attention, you'll know that too big or too small is a problem. So hopefully you've done enough constructions that you know about how big things should be. So we start with a circle, and then the next thing that we'll do is we'll draw a diameter line. Okay, so here, you know, I'd address your staring around the room, Sweet Pea, that just walked in and still staring, but I'm recording right now. Thank you. The next thing you do after you set that diameter is you're going to put points right here on either side. Okay, and that will help you see where to put the pointy end of your compass. Okay, you're going to stretch your compass out beyond halfway because the next thing that you're doing is making a perpendicular bisector. Now, hopefully you remember how to do that since that was one of the very first constructions we did this year. Okay, take the pointy end, put it on this other side. Keep the same setting. You don't want to readjust your setting. Okay, and when you finish, you're going to end up with this thing that looks somewhat like a fish. Okay, you're going to use this intersection, the center, and this intersection to make your second diameter line, and it should go all the way through the circle. So you use those intersections as your guideline, but it should go all the way through the circle. Your line should go all the way through the circle. So even if you don't use the ruler to draw your lines, you're still going to need your ruler in order to make straight edges, make straight lines once you get those. Okay? All right. Now from here, you have 2 new points right here and right here. So the next thing that you'll do, you're putting the points on the circle. So it doesn't matter if your arcs meet here or if they meet outside. You're viewing it. See, these lines are construction lines. So far, I have no lines on my paper that are part of my actual figure. These are all construction lines. Okay. So the next thing you're going to do is connect these points. And what you'll end up with is an inscribed square. Okay. Now, 2 things that you need to keep in mind. Number 1, you have to have your construction lines because that's part of your grade. So if you erase the construction lines or if you just measure and draw a square, you won't get any points. You have to have the construction lines, okay? The second thing that you need to be aware of is I'm expecting you to vary the pressure of your pencil, as I've told you to do, so that we can tell the difference between the actual figure and the construction lines. Do you understand? So which lines are supposed to be darker? Yeah, only ones that are supposed to be darker are the ones that actually make up the square. All the rest of the lines should be lighter because they are construction lines. Okay? And now you have your inscribed square.